Hello, hello. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. Put this over here. Yeah. Doing well and enjoying their Wednesday. Happy new moon in Leo. Happy eclipse day. And if y'all are doing, some rituals or whatever it is that you do to bring in new energy, I wish you well with it. We are continuing our live readings with Aquarius through Cancer. And this is, oh, these are channel messages about what we need to release to receive. And keep in mind, everybody, that the messages are not for everybody. So take it as it resonates. But if they do resonate, feel free to like, share, and or subscribe. We are going to get started. I just need to get Aquarius's timestamp queued up. All right, Aquarius, let's get into it. Spirit, how you feeling? What is it, Aquarius needs to release to receive? And what will they receive, Spirit, once they do release? As well as some advice, Spirit, for Aquarius. Aquarius, I hope you're well. Aquarius, here we go. Advice, Aquarius, starts with the Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Devil. All right. You know what? Pause. Because I need to make sure y'all can see. There we go. I want y'all to see the table. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius, we have the Two of Cups, Eight of Cups, Magician, Temperance, Judgment. Wow. Then we have the Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Strength. All right. What is it that you need to release to receive, Aquarius? It has to do with a relationship with the Two of Cups here. And yeah, I'm hearing that this is a romantic relationship, one that you may have thought that was a divine meeting. And not to say that it wasn't, because even with karmic relationships, um, those are a part of our lessons in life, a part of our tikkun, how we learn in this life experience, this human experience. And what I'm getting is that with the Eight of Cups here, this person, whoever it is that you were involved with, that you thought that this situation was one that was your divine match, um, they either walked away from you, yeah, no, that's it. They kind of left you hanging. They got exactly what they needed with the magician from you. It's given the energy of waiting to exhale. um and Angela Bassett's character, where she helped her husband become a successful lawyer, deferring her dreams and supporting him and doing the things. And when he got to a space where he felt confident and felt business was good, because she worked in the business too, he bounced. He felt that he was full, he was fulfilled, he was balanced, and he didn't need her any longer. It's like, what I need you for? Even though she's the one that helped him, uh, he rode her back to get to where he was. And that's the energy of this. That's where the magician and temperance and judgment come in, because when they got to a space where business was good, they would get promoted. You were doing everything at home. You were the one that was making sure that everything was taken care of. They really didn't have to worry about anything. Maybe you were the one that was footing the bill so they could go back to school. Maybe you were the one that was taking care, doing all of it, taking care of the children, paying all the bills while they only had to worry about schoolwork or build their business. That's what this was. You helped change their life, help them reach their goals with judgment here. And when they got there, it was just like, all right, well, thanks, peace. I'm where I need to be now. Yeah. And of course, you know, it would be understandable that there is anger, maybe even some bitterness with this situation. I mean, because come on, you did all that for years, for however long that you were doing it, Aquarius, and didn't even get a thank you. Didn't even get a thank you. Can we clarify? The Two of Cups. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Aquarius, please. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Aquarius. Clarifying the Two of Cups, Aquarius, is the Six of Cups. Yeah, you were with this person for a while. Y'all probably got together like in college or in school of some sort. This may even be a like I said, a karmic relationship where y'all had past lives together. Hmm. Clarifying the Magician. It gives the energy that they really were losing using you. Clarifying the Magician is the Fool. Yeah, you did everything that a responsible partner, a supportive partner would do. You fell in line. You followed their lead and was like, what do you need? I got you. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. You did that for them and the life that y'all were building. Yeah. Clarifying judgment. Okay. Clarifying judgment. Clarifying judgment for Aquarius is the Magician. The Magician is out here twice. Yeah. Because at some point, this person felt that they could get whatever they need without your presence. You helped them get to a space where they felt whole and complete. They couldn't have done it without you. And then all of a sudden they smelling themselves. and feeling themselves. And that are just like, oh, I don't need Aquarius. I'm good. Like, I've gotten this far with Aquarius barely da 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 da. Da. And it's like, wait a minute, Aquarius did all the things. What you talking about though? Hmm. Like, okay. So this is that, not just manipulation of probably people around you, but even manipulating themselves into believing that they could have done it without you, that your part, your role was very minimal. And we all know that ain't true. So it's the relationship. It's the relationship and the bitterness. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the devil, that your spirit is saying you have to release that to receive. What is it you're going to receive when you release? Stop going, because you may be in this space where sometimes you think about that shit, two of pentacles and nine of swords, and it pisses you off, the highest level of passivity. Now, if there has been time that has passed, years, you know, and it's still kind of, it still burns you, it still grinds your gears, then there's still some work to do, but it has to be released. You can't keep holding on to this. And once you release it, that's when you allow your folks, your spirit team, to come in and do the work to help you see that, one, this person don't have everything they would need anyway. You're the prize with strength here. You're the one that kept things together. And you know it. And they gonna know it too. Right now, they're in some Delulu land thinking that without Aquarius, they can do it all. Like, okay, have at it. But your folks want you to release the bitterness, release that anger, so that wholeness and joy and peace can come in. Six of Swords. Clarifying the Six of Swords. It's time for a second chapter, third chapter, a whole new chapter for Aquarius. It really is. And that's one, lovers. That's one with Aquarius living life for themselves and doing what they want to do, but they have to make that decision to do the things. You're wiser, you know more, but now you have to make that decision to actually live for yourself. Don't even worry about, this person and the shit they got going on, because your folks are handling them. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles. Yep. They want you to have peace, Aquarius. That's exactly what PAX is. That's Latin. They want you to have peace. They want you to feel that wholeness. They don't want you like in that space where you are, a little chill one day, but then you get triggered and it's just like it's all inflamed all over again. They want you to be in a space where when something happens, maybe you do watch Waiting to Exhale. You're not triggered anymore. You just remember, like, oh yeah, I was married to an asshole like that. That motherfucker. Like, you know what? Let's go on vacation. It's like it has less weight in your heart. Yeah. Queen of Swords. They don't want you to be in a space of bitterness. Ooh, there we go. Your advice here. Ooh wee. Yes. Four of Cups again. Four of Cups, Five of Wands, the Devil. This is one of those things where you have to grab hold and pay attention to the gift. I know it's easier said than done, but this is a gift. This person being removed from your life in that capacity. And it's like you're fighting with it. Like maybe you see this person posting and it's like, this could have been my life, but you don't know what's going on behind those posts. That stuff on social media isn't real, and the devil is here. The devil is here. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot that's going on behind those posts that you don't see. You only see what's being clicked in that moment. And your human experience isn't supposed to be one that is full of anger, bitterness, and just full on hate. Didn't say that you need to forgive this person. That's up to you. But you should definitely forgive yourself and open your heart, because you could possibly miss out on a lot with this inner conflict turning into something else that could be obsessive. Yeah. Yeah, what they did was very, very, extremely shitty, Aquarius. Extremely. However, you know, your folks are saying that there comes a time where it's time to let go and move forward and actually live your life. Live it in peace, with peace of mind and abundantly. But I hope that's helpful, Aquarius. All right. Moving on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, let me get your timestamp going on here. Okay, hey, Pisces, hey. Let's find out what it is Pisces needs to release to receive. Pisces, this message isn't for everybody. However, if it does resonate, feel free to like and or subscribe. All right, here we go. Spirit, what does Pisces need to release to receive? And what will they receive once they release? As well as some advice for Pisces. Advice, Pisces, is the 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Okay. 4 of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Lots of swords going on here, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, we got the 5 of Cups, Emperor, 10 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. This one? Okay. 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, that's it. This is a work situation. Yep. Coming off that 5 of Cups is and the combination of that and the Emperor is like resentment towards the job. Like you hate it. Like you are not feeling it anymore. Especially if it's dealing with, not if, especially when it comes to your boss or whoever is like the head, the one that's making the decisions. It is a situation where with the 10 of Swords, it's like you have been passed over probably multiple times for promotion. Not that you're not doing the work, but it's like they already have, it's a popularity contest with the Queen of Wands here. They already have who they want in mind. Although you may have been there for a hot minute, it wouldn't matter. They go with whomever they like. And maybe if you're like in sales or something like that, whomever is bringing the money. or bringing money with them, bringing clients with them. It doesn't matter that you have developed certain things that maybe have made things efficient. Maybe you have brought clients, but maybe they're not big fish to them. It's giving off that energy, and you are completely over it. You either hate logging on every day if you work remotely, or you hate going in. Yeah. Clarifying. Whoop, almost dropping some stuff. It's like I'm slipping. Clarifying the Emperor for Pisces. Pisces, is this what you want? Is this a job that you just got just to have, and you just kind of ended up there for a hot minute, longer than you expected? Clarifying the Emperor for Pisces. Clarifying the Emperor for Pisces is the Knight of Wands. Again, we got the Queen of Wands here, Knight of Wands, clarifying the Emperor. This is all about popularity. This is all about who this person likes. That's the next person in line. The people who may be doing more to kiss ass, the person who may be coming in with something this Emperor energy can take advantage of or use in some way. Clarify the Ten of Swords is a magician. Yeah, I see. They are pretty much putting people who they feel can bring in the most resources, bring in uh anything really. Especially if we're talking about sales, if we're talking about um more administrative than anything, this is someone who has the time. Let's say you're a family person. Let's say you have children or a partner. There's time that you can't dedicate, or you're limited on the time that you can dedicate to the business. And these people that are coming in, Knight of Pentacles, they're more than likely single, or they are, men who do whatever the business needs done. They put the business first. And you with the Five of Cups, this may be more of an emotional thing where you have emotional attachments that you dedicate your time to. Family matters in more ways than one. Okay. Yeah. They are telling you that it's time to look elsewhere. Like, your time here has come to an end. It's time to start a new chapter, Pisces. And it's time to look, because your ships are going to come in. All you have to do is put it out there, whether we're talking about a different department or a completely different business. And not only that, but you go out there, they're actually you'll get more money. You might be starting off, but you'll get an increase. If you have been passed up for promotions and or passed up for gosh, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. You know what? I'm gonna just leave it. If you've been passed up for all the things, you start looking. Page of Pentacles. You may be starting off new. It may be the same industry. It may be a different industry. You're going to get paid more. Not only that, but there's room for growth. There's room to progress with the Eight of Pentacles here. They're going to pay you your worth. For some of you, this is all about, even going off on your own or starting your side hustle to transition into that full hustle mode. Clarifying the Three of Wands for Pisces. Yep, it's the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Pisces. You have to do a little research, but this is one of those situations where you are separating yourself and you're going to a space where they don't expect you to do, the things that this person does, because this boss, this lead, they got a family. They want you to have work-life balance. So your boundaries, they're going to respect. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. It's the Lovers. This is going to be a good alignment. It's going to be a good match. One that is divinely guided. Your folks are going to show you exactly where you need to apply and lead you to the place you need to be. Sure will. But you have to trust them with the moon. You got to lean in. You got to lean in. Your advice, Pisces, again, is the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Swords is all about thoughts, communication, and a lot less about being emotional. You take that disappointment, take that hurt, and use it to your advantage. Five of Swords. Use it to find the right fit, a space and a place where you actually have peace, because that's where they want to take you. As well as you may have, they may have like shitty PTO here, but wherever you end up going is going to have better benefits and better PTO as well. But you have to want it. You got to want it with the Five of Swords here, and want it by any means. So if that means that you got to get that resume together, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. If that means you have to get certain um information from the HR, better go down to Pam and Barbara and them and get what you need by any means. There's certain things that they can't ask you. And if they do ask you certain things, you don't have to answer. Some people feel like obligated just because folks in a particular position ask you a question. It has to come with an answer, or the answer that they want. So, what do you need this for? Oh, my business. Hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, who can we send it to? Me. It's like, you got my email. Yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? Send it to my personal email. Hmm. It's time to move and groove like how they been doing. Folks ain't loyal. Businesses aren't loyal. You have to be loyal to yourself, Pisces. All right. I hope that is helpful, Pisces. We're moving on to Aries. All right, Aries. Here we go. Let me get your timestamp queued up. All right. Hey, Aries. Hey, I hope you're well. Let's find out what Spirit says. You need to release to receive. What is it? Not Pisces, but Aries needs to release to receive. And what is it they will receive once they release, as well as advice, Spirit? Please and thank you. Aries. If this message resonates, feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. The Aries Spirit. Aries. Your advice, Aries, is the Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, Chariot. The bottom of the deck, Aries, we have the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, top, Six of Wands. Okay. It's at the bottom, right? At the bottom, we have the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. No? Okay. Well, we see what you're going to receive. Just saying. All right, Aries. You you got yourself all in a tizzy. Of course, some of you know, and others may not know. The Eight of Swords is all about, self-imposed imposed prisons, um, where we may put certain restrictions on ourselves, or others convince us of certain restrictions that really aren't true, but we believe them. And it is, it's stressing you all the way out. This may be about a situation that a dispute, an argument that you've had with someone that is close to you, Aries. This person could be a Gemini, but doesn't have to be, or they could be an air sign, don't have to be, or another fire sign. Yeah, it could have like even have almost gotten to blows with you and this person. And really, it's one of those things where you may not even, I don't want, not in the way of feeling safe physically, but feeling like you can be vulnerable with this person. Um, it's not that. And it may be about, they may owe you something. This person you've been fighting with, it may be a sibling, or somebody that you were raised with, like a sibling or a cousin, someone that you consider family. And it looks like you have given them money. And it is one of those situations where it's time to pay up because it was a loan. So you said something. And the only reason why you gave it to them is because of that obligation of them being like family, or maybe they guilted you into that, or some other family members guilted you into it, like, well, you got to take care of your younger da 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 da, or since you're the more responsible one, you got to da 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 da. That's where this self-imposed stressed out situation is, But this person has been living life like they don't owe you anything when they literally do. They owe you some big money. Hmm. And I mean, it makes sense because a lot of reasons why people get into arguments is what? Because of love and or money. And you're just like, I'm like, I ain't letting them borrow nothing else. Like, that ain't what we doing here. They can borrow these. Clarifying the Nine of Swords. Clarifying the Nine of Swords, please, for Aries. Clarifying the Nine of Swords for Aries. Clarifying the Nine of Swords for Aries. Clarifying the Nine of Swords. Aries is the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords. Queen of Cups, Page of Swords. Yep. It seems that probably a feminine figure. So this could be a mom, a grandma, an auntie that has been paying close attention to the situation, and they are the reason that you gave them this money anyway. Mm-hmm. Because your spirit was telling you no. Your soul, your intuition, you went against your better judgment, but because Big Mama, Grandma, and them said something, you were like, Ace of Pentacles, here, take this big money, you know, help out, keep the peace in the family. Clarifying the Six of Wands here. Clarifying the Six of Wands for Aries. There's just like, you got to let go of that obligation. You don't owe anybody anything. Some folk got to take care of themselves, especially if they put themselves in certain situations, knowing that they're putting themselves in certain situations. Clarifying the Six of Wands is the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's time to set boundaries. It's time to set boundaries. Not only that, but this person is going around because some of that money wasn't even used at Aries for what they said it was going to be used for. Some of that was used to get their shine on and to floss a little bit, set themselves apart. And when you called them out on it, they got real defensive. Because for sure they were posting on the social medias. And when it comes time to pay the piper, they got something to say. I grew up learning that a hit dog a holler. That is the country way of saying, y'all, thou doth protest too much. Right? So this is what that is. But you know, it's one of those things, Aries, where go with your gut, go with your intuition. Big Mama and them may be in their feelings a little bit, but did Big Mama give any money? Did Big Mama put in the collection plate? Has Big Mama been putting in collection plate? That's why she couldn't give them any money. You know, it's like that. It's time to set some boundaries, some real boundaries here. And be discerning about who you give to. Because when you follow that intuitive nudge, you follow your gut, that's where it begins, that peace, you being able to sleep at night, because right here you stressed out, but you being able to sleep at night because there's actually balance given to those folks who are grateful, given to those folks who actually need it. And as you give to people like that, people who are in need, actual need, and actually trying to do better, you'll be paid tenfold. And sometimes they're going to pay you back in different ways. So it may not even be with money. Maybe it'll be where they'll pick up your children when you are able to, because maybe you have to work late or something like that. Maybe there's more of a barter exchange of energy. Or maybe they start cooking Sunday dinners for you. It's there's different ways to exchange that, but there will be a lot more that you will receive when you start to discern and be intuitive about where your money and your energy goes. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles. And when you start doing that, Aries, you're definitely going to get an increase, because we're looking at money. This Seven Pentacles. This is actually the Queen of Pentacles is holding the Ace of Pentacles. So there is increase, but you have to pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. So even though Big Mama is saying something, what is your spirit team saying? What is Yahweh telling you? What your angels saying? Your angels and them are just like, nah, don't do that. Mm-mm. Don't do that. Cousin, brother and them, they gonna be okay. Clarifying Six of Pentacles. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles is Lovers. Yep. It's like tapping in to make decisions like that. The Lovers is about those decisions that change your life trajectory. It's about using and having access to not just the tree of life, but the tree of knowledge, and being wiser and divinely guided. And if the divine is telling you no, you rather have peace in your family or peace in your soul. Your advice, again, is the Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. It's one of those things, Aries, where with the Eight of Cups, you are walking away from those obligations that you grew up with. You are leaving those things, that conditioning that you were taught that no longer serves you. And when you do, that puts you on a fast track path, not just any old path either. It's your divine path. When you leave those things behind, you're actually, making an elevated decision. Yeah. And like I said, you can't. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Like, yeah, you gave them big money, but you can have so much more in return. Listening to your folks, listening to your intuition. I hate that happened though. I hope that was helpful. All right, here we go. Moving on. We're almost done. Moving on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Let me get your timestamp going here. Just as a reminder to everyone, the timestamps are going to be in the comments. All right, Taurus, here we go. Hey, Taurus, hey. Let's find out what Spirit suggests you should release in order to receive, and what you will receive, Taurus, when you release, as well as your advice. Keep in mind, this is not going to resonate with everybody, so take it as it resonates, Taurus. Taurus, please. And if it does resonate, please feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your advice. We got the 5 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Well, it's definitely about some money and stability. Bottom of the deck, Taurus, we got the Knight of Wands. I said Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. 9 of Pentacles. All right, Taurus. First row. 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. 2 of Swords. 9 of Cups. Okay. The World. All right, let me move this over real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely about your money, but it's also about family. Because we got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles out on deck. It's about Taurus, I'm not going to say the need, the inclination to save everybody, especially those in your family or the ones you consider family, especially those who are very impulsive, who don't really think things through, because you definitely have some. You have, obviously, with the 9 of Pentacles here, like that's you. You've worked very hard to get to the place that you're in. Some level or whatever level of stability you're on, you worked hard for it, Taurus. And at some point, it may have been since childhood, because I am looking at Knights. It may have been placed on you, or yeah, that responsibility may have been placed on you to save folks, to dole out cash, to make sure that they are stable, they are happy, they are secure, while you kind of don't know what's going on with yourself. Sometimes you had to sacrifice some things that you wanted and or needed for others. And now that you've been doing it so long, it has become conditioning. It's giving like second nature energy, where you put your cape on and it's like, you know what? I'm Captain Save a Hoe. Like, I'm saving all the hoes. But it's not, real hoes that you saving. You saving, folks in your family. Like, it's, yeah. And they depend on it now. They won't even like volunteer to save themselves, because Taurus is going to do it. Like, why would I need to save myself? Taurus is here. It's almost like everything is your responsibility, but it isn't. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Some folks feel, Taurus, that they could tell you what to do with your money. Hmm. It gives off a people pleasing energy. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. Mm. Reverse. We got the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers has popped out a lot. I feel like with almost every zodiac that we have done so far, making it's about being divinely guided and making those decisions that are divinely guided, or at least intuitive. And yeah, that's not what that is in reverse. When you are making impulsive decisions and or saving people who are making impulsive decisions, they know it's going to fuck up their whole situation, and yet they do it anyway. It's like going on splurging on a trip when you know you need to be saving for a new car so you can go to work, but they asking you for a ride to work every damn day. But they could go to Cabo, San Lucas, they they could go to Disney World and you go pick them up. Like it's like that. So they're happy living their lives, but you sacrifice. And they don't give you gas money. Hmm. Um Clarifying the 10 of cups. Clarifying the 10 of cups. The Taurus, please. Clarifying the 10 of cups for Taurus. Disappointed every single time. Every single time you help them. Every single time you you go out your way to do something for whomever this is. No, thank you. They don't show up for your birthday. They don't text you on your birthday. It's it's giving off the energy of ungrateful. They disappoint you every time. Break your little baby heart. Your heart is probably gotten to the size of the Grinch's heart when it starts, before he realizes what Christmas is all about. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And I hate you're going through this. And it's like spirit, your team, your folks are just like, you need to release that obligation, that responsibility that is not yours to save folks who can save themselves. Um, Once you release that, big old opportunity with the Ace of Wands here. Big old opportunity with the Ace of Wands paired with the Two of Swords is to tell folks like, hell no, like, I ain't gonna do that. And to see what happens. See how that page turns. See how that chapter starts. You see this Nine of Cups. You see this world. You're going to be starting a new fulfilled life where you start using that opportunity to say, yeah, we're not doing that this week. We're not doing that today. Wish I could. However, the way my ministry is set up, ministry is saying no. Hmm. Or the ministry is saying no, thank you. It's like that. Start tapping in, and your folks are going to be speaking real loud because you know what? They probably show you red flags. Like, no, don't do that. Like, hey, Taurus, hell no, don't do that. No, do not do that. You got things to do rather than pick Junior and them up. You got a meeting at 2 o'clock. He got to be at work at 1:30. Like, you ready for your meeting? You rushing to get home. This new chapter, though, straight up 9 of Cups. This is one fulfilled, wishes fulfilled life where you put yourself first before you put anybody else. And they're going to think that you're selfish. And you know what? That's fine. You're going to be sitting pretty though. And it's going to bring opportunity for even more expansion. Yeah, bigger opportunities. Your advice: Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It's about your money. Spirit's just like, look, let them folks who could take care of themselves take care of themselves. And if they end up asked out, it's on them. It's okay to help people who actually need it, but you don't have to save them. This is the Page of Pentacles. You've been doling out 10 pentacles and all that stuff like that. This is about helping yourself first and perfecting that, progressing in that, giving to yourself before you give to anybody else. These folks, these family members or relatives or friends, they're going to have to go without for a little while Taurus takes care of themselves. That's what the advice is, at least. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I hate that's happening, but I hope that's helpful. All right. Let's see. We got Gemini up next. Almost finished. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. Let me get your timestamp going here, Gemini. All right. Hey, Gemini. Hey. Let's find out, Gemini, what it is. Spirit suggests you release in order to receive, and what it is you will receive once you release, as well as advice for Gemini, Spirit. Gemini, if this resonates, feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Gemini, Spirit. Ooh, yeah, that ain't it. Feel like a mess. Do you feel like a mess, Gemini? Because that came out like a mess. Are you dealing with somebody that's kind of slippery? Gemini, please. That was crazy. All right. We got the Four of Cups, Gemini, as your advice. Four of Pentacles. Ooh. 10 of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. The King of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. High Priestess. Seven of Cups. 10 of Swords. Is this still on this row? Okay. 10 of Swords. My second row is the Ace of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Yeah. So Gemini, There is a work situation going on here. Oh, my dog is funny. There's a work situation going on here, Gemini. It seems that you have been like there's a boss here, and then there's you, the emperor, and then the king. The king of swords is you. And you've been in your position or have been doing the work for a hot minute with the seven of pentacles. And it's like you want to move up. You want your time to shine, and it's this person may be telling you like, okay, like where they're dangling the carrot in front of you, like, yeah, I plan on retiring, next year, or I'm going to leave, or I've thought about starting this new position, like we're going to have this position that is adjacent to mine, or there's this position coming open in so and so department, and I'm going to recommend that. They're pretty much promising you things, um, but they have hidden agendas. They don't have any intention of helping you out. They don't have any intention on doing that. It's like they get a kick out of giving you hope just to shoot you down and dash your dreams. And you're starting to, I mean, you caught on to it. And it was probably one of those situations where um you caught on early, but maybe just didn't want to believe it because of how this person, their representative, comes to you. And when I say representative, I mean the mask that they put on, like not like a secretary or anything. But yeah, as long as you stay where you are and as long as you continue to produce the wonderful things that you are producing, you make them look good. You make them money. You make them um look like a very good leader. Like, see what I did with Gemini? See what I did? Look at what Gemini did. Look at all the money Gemini has brought in. That's because of me. Yeah, they're going to continue blowing smoke up your ass, Gemini, as long as you let them. You're the one that stays over. You're like the first there. You're the one that volunteers to do like presentations, maybe become like the project lead to make sure that it's done right. Um, First one to volunteer for overtime when things get super busy, sometimes without any kind of conversation, sometimes with it. But what you really want is that bigger promotion, that to be recognized. Clarifying the high priestess. Hmm. Yeah, they're going to use you up until they can't. Clarifying the high priestess. Clarifying the high priestess for Gemini, please. Clarifying the high priestess is the emperor yet again. Right here. Right here. They're doubling down. Like, yeah, they have no intentions. Like, it's a secret. There's other people that know about it. There's other people on their level. Like, let's say, you work for a VP or a senior VP, and your next step up is to senior VP because you're VP, right? There's other senior VPs that know what your boss is doing. And it's just like, like that's how Bob is. Bob is getting shit done over there, even though it's Gemini who's doing it. It looks good for Bob though. It looks good for Bob. So the CEO is like, I don't care how it's getting done, as long as it's getting done. We getting results. Keep the party going. Like, let's keep it going. Clarifying the seven of cups. Seven of cups. As long as you keep making them money, as long as you keep producing and making things efficient, why are they gonna change it? They don't want to change it. You're not working for somebody who wants you to grow and become. Not at all. Two wands. They plan. They are planning on, to clarify the seven of cups, to keep this going as long as they can. With the two of wands, they're going to keep this going as long as they can, until you decide to make moves, until you decide to put the boundaries up. That brick wall. But as long as you allow them, they're going to take full advantage of you. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. As long as they can make money off your back. What's interesting here is that we have Aries popping up more than once. This person may be an Aries. Or spring could be significant, where that was like I won't say the last straw, but that's when it really hit you. Like, oh, they're really not going. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As long as you remain fruitful, as long as you continue to produce as the Queen of Pentacles, bringing that money in, taking care of everything, and they can go out and golf and schmooze with people and pay for dinners, taking folks to the strip club to get new clients. It's, as long as they can do it, you doing the grunt work or whatever else it is, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep riding your coattail. And Spirit is just like, it's time for you to take a stand. It's time for you to empower yourself. You are the King of Swords. It's time for you, Gemini, to move logically. And not just logically, but move like you're playing chess. Don't depend on this person to help you, because they're helping themselves. Not only that, but the King of Swords is somebody who is, he can be cutthroat. It's like, it is what it is. This is business. We're not friends. Yeah. When you start moving like the King of Swords you are, in that King of Swords energy, regardless of your biological sex or gender identity, that's when the opportunities start opening. And that's when you begin to get recognized. Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. We got two aces here. So you can go anywhere, because this person don't know how you do the things you do. They've been riding your coattails. So you could take your responsibilities, you could take your ideas, you could take the things that you do wherever you want to. You have the opportunity. You got to go ahead to go wherever you want. You can stay in the company if you want to, or you could actually leave, go to a competitor. You could change your situation where you are the lead, where you are the emperor. And make it known, like, look, this is what I did. And you know what? If you're somebody, Gemini, who has like clients with you, or they work with you closely and they work with you because you're you, Gemini, you could take your clients with you. It may be one of those things where you have to get a like a lawyer to look at the paperwork in case you have non-compete clauses. And I'm not a lawyer. So I can't give you legal advice, but I can tell you to go to a lawyer and look at your contracts. Because this Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups is for the taking. You can have exactly what you want and then some. Leave that dusty boss in the dirt where they belong. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Yep. And don't say nothing. Seven of Swords. But you have to be strategic about how you move. You have to do what you need to do at all costs. You could take your clients, take your ideas, and keep the ideas that you have that you were going to dole out, keep them to yourself and take them to the competitor. Because this is about, the Seven of Swords in the traditional right away. It's that dude sneaking off, like, and that's what they're telling you to do. It's like, you can take what you want. You can sneak out with your clients. You can sneak out with your ideas. You can sneak out with the work that you do, because this person ain't gonna do that, and they're not gonna find anybody like you. It's gonna take them a while. They're gonna have to probably hire multiple people, Gemini, to do the work that you do, which is gonna cost them more. And Emperor's boss is gonna be looking at them like, the fuck? All you had to do was make them happy. But that ain't your problem. Your advice, though. Stop giving them folks your ideas. Stop giving them folks your time. Four of Pentacles, four of Cups. This is two cards where it's like, pay them no mind, hold back. Your 10 of Cups is not where you are. Your 10 of Cups comes when you start withholding information, withholding your time, withholding your energy. Yep. Sucks to be them. Sucks to be him. Or them. Yeah. Them. Is what it is until in the streets, until it ain't no more. All right. I hope that helps, Gemini. All right. Last but definitely not least, we got Cancer here on deck. All right, Cancer, let me get your timestamp going here, Cancer. All right. Hey, Cancer, hey. Let's find out, Cancer, what Spirit suggests you to release in order to receive what you'll receive when you release, as well as advice for Cancer. Spirit, Cancer, please and thank you. Cancer. All right, your advice, Cancer, is the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, the Sun, All right. And at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, we have the Nine of Wands. We got the Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, Page of Wands, Five of Swords. Then we have the Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Cancer. This may not resonate with everybody, but if it does resonate, Cancer, please feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Cancer, you've definitely been through a lot, and it may have gotten you to a point where you are um, in a bitter space. This may not, like, I'm not getting that this is, my apologies, Cancer, having a conversation with spirit in my head. Uh, is it? Hmm. It's one of those situations, Cancer, where you have tried over and over again to uh change the energy of a situation that you're in. Excuse me, especially if we are, because we're talking about like a romantic interest. You've done what you feel you have, you could do with the Queen of Swords here. That's you. So you've been communicating, you have been honest, you have been open, you have been vulnerable with this person, and all they have to give you is like this chill energy, like, and not chill in a good way. It's ice cold. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is childish with the Page of Wands. They see something glittery, they see some aluminum, and it's shiny shit, and it takes their attention away from you. Um, and they're really just selfish. Five of Swords. They're really just selfish. I mean, not only are they childish, but they're also selfish. So the more that you give, the more that you put into it, is the more they chill, the further away they go. Hmm. Clarifying the Four of Swords for Cancer. I hate you're going through this, Cancer. Clarifying the Four of Swords. The person that you're dealing with may be a fire sign, but they don't have to be. But they may have the energy of somebody who is immature, somebody who is always chasing after an inspiration, chasing after a muse, chasing after something else. Um, yeah, clarifying this one. Four of Swords. You may want to settle down with this person or have had children with this person. But to clarify the Four of Swords is the Ace of Cups. Yes, you are giving and giving and giving, over giving. You know, it puts me in the mind of, ooh, because I've been there, I'm feeling it. The more you do, the more they push or they move away. and it's just you overgive. It's like it's that energy of, well, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? And it is not you. It is not you. It is you in the fact that you can't change other people's um you can't change other people's minds. You can't change other how they respond to you. You can't make someone see who you are and appreciate you. Been there. Took me a hot minute to realize that. So I feel that. I feel that deeply. Mm. Clarifying the Five of Swords. Okay. First the Page of Wands, then the Five of Swords. Page of Wands, please. Ooh wee. We got the Magician in reverse. This person, Cancer, they're never satisfied. They're I hear Prince, insatiable. This is that person. No one can fulfill the things that they want because it's always squirrel, 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 squirrel. It's always that. It's always that. Clarifying the Five of Swords, please, for Cancer. Mm, yeah. The Chariot. This person is always on the move in their mind. There's always something better. There's always, you know, they're probably always chasing a dream, and the dream may change every single time. But the thing is that they chase these dreams at other people's expenses. So it doesn't matter who they hurt along the way. And, a lot of times, like I say selfish, and I said selfish before, but a lot of people throw around the word narcissist, Um, I don't throw it around that much because I know there's more that goes into diagnosing somebody with that. And I don't, although, yeah, I don't do that. So this person is always, they're going to always play the game, put forth the face that people need to see to get what they want every single time. And they're not putting much effort into it because, again, this is the Page of Wands. You're a queen. The page is on, they're not royalty. So even though, Cancer, you are in an energy of, being damn near close to like bitter, if you're not there, like angry and like, oh, but you're still a queen. You're still royalty, regardless of your biological sex. But this person is a page, so they don't even put in the effort because they haven't paid attention to the lessons. They haven't learned anything in life other than how to take advantage of people to get that that instant gratification. And Spirit is just like, you know what? Yeah, ooh, Tower. It's time to change that shit up. It's time to break that shit up. It's not you, it's them. It's the situation. The Tower is about sudden change. Sudden change. Breaking a foundation. And the foundation that we often turn to in situations like this is what is wrong with me, as opposed to, oh, there's something wrong with them. Because I bet that's what they say. If they don't get their way, oh, it's something wrong with somebody else. Like, it has nothing to do with me. But it's also about changing that situation, having a sudden change in how you see yourself. Because I, just speaking from personal experience, not to project upon you. I was coming from a space of lack where I didn't see myself as whole. But then after doing the work with my spirit team and having some encounters with people from the past who have this energy, I'm just like, oh, there's something wrong with you. Cause I know who I am. I know what I know what I got. I know this is whole. This is wholeness. Lashana is whole. I'm not half a person. I'm not quarter of a person. Like me and my team, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pleasure for you to be in my energy. And that's not cockiness or ego, that's confidence. And being in a relationship like this will it'll you'll take multiple hits to your confidence. It's time for a change, sudden change. Not just in this situation where the situation changes, but your mindset changes as well. And when you do Cancer, we got the Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Talk about a shift in your life. It's one of those things where, with the Three of Wands, it's about the ships coming in. It's not about you going to the ships. The ships are coming to you because you got that power. And you'll be moving in an empowered energy where you tap in frequently. You will tap in frequently when it comes to where your energy goes, where your love goes, where your time goes, because it's all energy, it's all exchange, right? And it's one of those things where you'll move stealthily, and that's what's going to change this entire situation. Because right now with the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is about, fortune and then unfortunate. We all, life has peaks, it has valleys, and right now this situation is a valley situation. And the sooner you choose yourself and you don't owe anybody an explanation, not especially not this person, when you choose yourself, the whole ass Cancer that you are, that's when shit starts to change. That's when people start coming to you. This person's just gonna come back because they're gonna want some. But other folks, other energies that are going to pour into Cancer, they're going to come to you because they're going to want to be a part of Cancer's energy, because Cancer is someone who is an honest and open communicator. Cancer is somebody who can be vulnerable. Cancer is somebody that I can learn from. Cancer is someone that I can maybe teach Cancer something and help make their lives better. These people are going to try to be in your energy so they can help you, help keep you empowered, because it's an equal energy exchange. That's when things change. Right now, this is a situation where there's not an equal energy exchange. This person is feeding off you. This is a parasite. Not only that, but they're also technically like the help when it comes to like y'all soul. You're a queen, they're the page. Not to diminish them or anything like that. I'm just calling it like the spade that spirit spit out. Hmm. Clarifying the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Spirit just said, pack your shit. You ain't got to say nothing to anybody. And reverse it. You may need to pack their shit. If they are living with you, then it may be one of those things where you probably have to follow the statutes and laws of the jurisdiction. Might have to legally evict them, but it's one of those things where you move stealthily about serving their asses. You know what I mean? It's just like that. Like, you don't owe an explanation to anyone about what the queen, king, ruler does in their domain. Oops, again, stealthy. Stealth, the moon. Don't say shit to nobody. Especially them. But again, following the statutes and laws of the jurisdiction. But yeah, you don't owe them anything. They have shown you exactly who they are and what you mean to them. There are going to be some people that ask you why. It's not their business. It's not their business. You follow your path. You tap in with your folks. If you need to talk about something, you talk to those people who those souls, those spirits, the angels, the guides you have who are helping you. They'll show you, and because they'll come, because they want the best for Cancer. They're not biased. If they are biased, it's towards you, not against you. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I hate this, Cancer, but I understand it. I've lived it. Knight of Cups. Ooh, that's right here. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune is the Knight of Cups. This is about you taking care of yourself. This is about you putting yourself first. This is about you pouring so much into your cup and allowing your folks to pour in your cup too, but you being the first one to say yes to your folks, to say yes to yourself. And it may even mean forgiving yourself, not necessarily this person. That's up to you. But yeah, that's when things going to start to change. Yep. Tap in though, for real. Tap in with the High Priestess. And I'm hearing that you already know. You already know what you need to do. Huh. When you start to give yourself your energy and the time and space and the grace and the things that you have been given this person with the Knight of Cups, you're going to become more empowered. Emperor, you're going to go from the Queen of Swords, King, Queen, Ruler, to Emperor, Empress energy. That's a whole ass elevation. That's a whole ass evolution. And we're talking about living a life of fulfillment, joy, and peace where, man, where the boundaries keep that riffraff at bay. It don't mean they won't attempt, but they're going to get real intimidated real fast. But this is about, again, giving yourself that love, space, grace, and energy to empower yourself. And that's where that joy is going to be. That's where that peace is going to be. And that stuff is priceless, Cancer. It really is. I'm excited for you. And I hope you choose you. And that is it. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. Thank you for your time. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, whether you are new or you've been here for a hot minute. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I got. Until next time, y'all take care. Bye.